Basic Stamping 101. I thought the notifications were turned off. But I am coming to you this evening live and in person. So we have the opportunity to get some interactive feedback, and we can kind of demo some things if you'd like to see more things in up close and personal. So we're broadcasting live on YouTube and on Facebook. So I thank you for tuning in. And like I said, if you have questions throughout, Jason is on both platforms. He's got both devices, and so he can get your questions read, and we can get them addressed before we get off tonight. So the reason for this video is because uh, having really started literally jumping headfirst into nail art and things of that nature, I got introduced into stamping. And so now I would say 90% of my manicures, if they involve nail art, involve some form of stamping, whether it is just basic stamping, double stamping, reverse stamping. They will tend to involve some sort of stamping just because the images, and we'll talk about plates and images in just a second, they tend to, I can't draw a straight line, even with the ruler. So the images that are available on some of these plates now are just amazing, and it just makes completing a manicure that much easier. So but a lot of times I'll have family and friends say, well, how did you do that? Did you draw that on by hand? And I tell them the same thing. Like I just said, I can't draw a straight line with the ruler. So I try to explain stamping, and they want to know how I got started, and this, that, and the other. And so I decided to make this video because so now I'll actually be able to direct them to, hey, go watch this video, or something of that nature, because a lot of times, it's a lot easier when you can actually see it being done, as opposed to, trying to imagine it, somebody's, trying to walk you through verbally through the steps. So again, today is an interactive video, and I'm sorry, just a second, you are on Queen of Nails 83 Donuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
That's the only.
Yes, that's the only one, but I'm talking about on Facebook.
Yeah, Carrie's, yes.
Okay.
Because I don't know Carrie on my personal page, so that shit has to be
Carrie Duffy.
Carrie Duffy,
Hey,
yes.
Carrie! That's on the maker of sassy sauce, who I love. Okay, so sorry. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to make sure.
The one that sent me the sticky note that said hi, right?
It was on the card.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. We're not going to do this. I'm really going to try to contain this to an hour or less. Like I said, I have a lot of things already kind of pulled out and assembled. So again, like I said, I wanted to be able to address some of the questions that I get, and really show you all, when I say, oh, I use a plate, or I use stamping polish, I wanted to be able to show you exactly what all that really meant. So again, we're going to start from the basics, and so stamping are usually some sort of metal plate, but they have a lot of some makers have also transitioned into like I think they're plastic, but all of the plates that I have are metal, and they have designs etched in them that you can use. So like if you were to rub your finger across it, you would actually feel that it's like the etching of each intricate design. And so, and you can get them from a whole host of different places, right? So there is a brand by the name of Pueen, Pueen, and those are actually sold at Walmart. And I believe they have a whole kit. It comes with a black and or white stamping polish, and a scraper, and we're going to talk about stamping polishes and scrapers as well. And it also comes with the plate, so you can get them from a Walmart, and if they don't have them maybe in your local Walmart, I do know that you can order online. So that might be if you're just starting out and you don't want to go and into spending a lot of money, just to kind of test out and see what your options are, and kind of get used to stamping, because I don't want to say it's technical, but there are a lot of different aspects and things to consider when stamping, and again we will get into that as well. So again, Walmart is a resource, and then you can always buy them online. I know we live in an age where a lot of people do online shopping, and so I have, like I said, different brands pulled out in front of me, but I get them from a lot of different places. So GoGo Only is one of the first brands that I actually ever bought, and I bought all four of these plates. I only have one here in front of me. The other three are over to the side, but I bought all four of the GoGo Only plates off of Amazon. And I know a lot of people use Amazon Prime, so that will also help save on shipping and getting them relatively quickly. So these are etched very, very nicely. I have used these countless times. A lot of, if you follow my blog, and you know that I do a nail art swatch or a nail art picture, you will probably have seen these images over and over and over and over again, because I do love how well etched these plates are and how crisp the lines are in the images, and how they transfer and pick up. So we're going to talk about transferring and picking up and as well. But these are some of the plates. So again, you can get them on Amazon. You can also get them directly from maker sites. So this one is by a brand called Lena Nail Art Supply. She has, my collection actually has all of her plates. I have every single plate that she's ever made. This one is actually was made for a PolishCon. So all the images, these are nice, these are fun images on here. You'll see hot dogs, you'll see lipstick, nail polish bottles, you have ice cream up here. So there are a lot of different images, and that's the beautiful thing about stamping, is that if one plate could possibly do up to, that's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 25 different manicures just in this top part, and then you can do accent nails with some of these individual ones. There's a lot of mixing and matching that you can do. So there's countless amount of manicures off of just one plate. This is another small one. This one, again, is from a maker site. But I wanted to show you that plates come in different sizes. Images come in different sizes. And so this one, you see, was actually designed for a candy themed it was designed for around candy. And so you'll see the peppermint. So if you have your nails painted red or white, you could do the opposite color on this one and look like a peppermint. You've got the drips for maybe a melted ice cream cone if you wanted to do that. You've got some sprinkles, the cupcake. So there's all different, like I said, those sweet treats on this one. You can also get plates off of, in the indie world, we call them stockists. And so basically it is a company that offers a multitude of different nail products. And so there are some like What's Up Nails. I believe they're based out of Arizona. They actually have a brick and mortar in Arizona, but you can also order offline. And then there is Butometry, and I believe they are based in Virginia. But again, they ship. And then a lot of times, if you meet the threshold, there's free shipping. So that's something to also look into. But these are Moyu plates. And I believe I don't know if they have a brick and mortar, but I know that these are from overseas. So they're designed in London. So I know that in the UK you can get those. But these plates, and they come in these really cute sleeves, which are amazing. But they have really awesome designs to them. And the images can fit different nail lengths and things of that nature. So I pulled these out because I wanted to be able to show, like I said, all the differences in the options of the image, all the differences in regards to where you could get them and things of that nature. So these are, again, just a few that I have, so I'm just going to drop those on the floor. And again, these are stamping plates. And in this one that we're going to be working with today, I purchased from a group buy. I can't remember what country Epipula is from, So I apologize, but we did a U.S. group buy, and so we purchased these, I guess, in a large quantity, and so we were able to kind of save on shipping. And again, this is the plate that we're going to use. We're going to work with these images and testing the scraping and stamping polishes and things like that. So again, these are stamping plates. The plates are what have the images on them, and this is where your design comes from for your nail art stamping manning. In addition to stamping plates, another thing that you'll need is polish. So there are some brands that offer stamping polish, polish specifically. I can't speak for stamping. A few of them that I pulled, and I just pulled purple and blue for, I don't know, for whatever reason. There's MDU. This brand is based out of Mexico. Again, purchased through a group buy so that we could save on shipping. If you want more information on group buys, and there's Facebook groups actually specific for group buys, I will link those groups in the description box, and I will also put them there so that you can get some more information. But you can always order direct from the makers. It's just like I said, a lot of times when you're ordering internationally, because of the shipping and things like that, it's just cheaper to do it with a group of people. So again, I can get you more information if you like. So there's MDU, or Mundo de Uñas. There's a brand, it's called Hit the Bottle. They're out of Australia, but again, there is a U.S. stockist, What's Up Nails and Beautometry, who also stock these polishes, so that if you're in the U.S., you can get them, and they're readily available. These are two of the polishes from the Neon collection, the purple and the blue. So again, I use these time and time again. They're beautifully pigmented, and that's the thing about stamping polishes. You want them to be extremely pigmented, so that when you stamp the image, you can transfer them onto the nail. And again, we're going to get into that, but I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the items that you'll need, if you will. So this is another brand a lot of you may or may not be familiar with, Born Pretty. I don't know where they're from. I want to say maybe China. You can get the Born Pretty off of Amazon. You can also get them off of eBay. You can order direct, again, straight from the site, from the Born Pretty website. I just know that they do take a little while to ship, so don't be in a rush. Don't wait till the last minute and say, "Oh, I need more purple, metallic polish," and order from the site, because it's probably going to be a little while before you get them. So that's another brand. Again, these are all formulated to be stamping polishes. They are more pigmented, so they're going to really pop over a darker color. And like I said, we're going to play with stamping polishes and then polishes that stamp. And you'll be able to see the difference. This is another brand, B Loves Plates. And I just pulled these out just to kind of show you some of the differences. These I actually ordered probably about 2 years ago. You can see that there's a little bit of settling, but in the ugly bottle syndrome is what we call it. Just like when you can start seeing the white of the pigment. It doesn't affect the actual polish. So while this bottle might not look very appealing, because it might not look well mixed, when you open the actual polish, it's still very much purple. And I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't actually affect what's inside the bottle. So again, just something to think about. There's also another brand, and there's a lot of different brands. Again, I just kind of pulled out what I have. This is Moonflower Polish. And this is actually by a blogger swatcher friend who has, I don't want to say transitioned, but she stuck her toe into the polish making industry, and she came out with stamping polishes. So These are minis, but I believe she does also still offer full size. And again, these are available right on her store. She's based in the U.S. So again, if you're in the U.S., shipping is is relatively quick. I guess as long as depending on what her stock is. So definitely check the maker sites for that. A few of the other brands that I pulled out because I know I talked about the Queen brand at Walmart. I pulled out some Sally Hansen's. These are the Insta-Dry line. These are great for stamping. So if you haven't gotten to the point of ordering from a site or Amazon or eBay and you're just like, I just want to be able to go into the store. Crystal, what can I get when I just walk into the store? Sally Hansen Insta-Dry is amazing. And we are going to stamp with these. I've actually stamped with these before. I have another video about these polishes. I will link that video. But these are absolutely amazing and very, and they are highly pigmented. And the beautiful thing about these are they can be worn as just a polish. So what's great about these, right? So if I wanted to do a manicure, I could paint all of them purple, leave an accent nail, paint it blue, but it's stamped with the purple. So I'm still tying in all those colors. So, and they are very reasonably priced. These are the Crayola Sally Hansen, like the Crayola line that they collaborated and did. So again, are these I can't remember if these are Walmart, but I got these from Target, and you can again order offline, Target or what have you. The other brand that I pulled out that was indie that are that is nail polish that can double as stamping are Glisten and Glow. I love this line. Again, for the same reason as Insta-Dry, for the Sally Hansens, because you can wear them as a nail polish and then they be used as a stamping polish. So I think that's a really good, getting a more bang for your buck, if you will, because like I said, they are multi-purpose. These stamping polishes, because they are a little bit more higher, like the pigment is higher in these, and like I don't personally like these as a nail polish. For me, I find that they chip a little easier if they're just worn as a nail polish, but maybe that's just me. So okay, so we talked about plates, we talked about polish. I'm gonna pause here. Jason, do we have any questions or anything coming in through Facebook?
No questions. People just saying hello.
Hello. So the other very, very, very important thing that you need when it comes to stamping is a stamper. So this is important because this is what you're going to use to actually pick up your image off of the plate. So stampers are, they again, just like plates and just like polish, they come in a lot of different varieties, shapes, colors, and all that sort of thing. So this one is from a brand called Fab Your Nails, and I believe, I don't know where I got this one. I'm sorry, I apologize, but and it's not necessarily the holder that is the big whoop to do. It's the stamping head. I like these like candy jelly squishy, like they're very for like you could just squish them like marshmallows. I hope you guys can see that, but they're squishy, and so and then they just get placed right into the holder. This is another one that I love. Again, these are the same exact thing. One's pink, one's orange. They both perform the exact same, but the holders are different. So depending on where you get them, what brand it is, it could be different. Here's my very first stamper. It was this is a very squishy, sticky. This is it's a bigger version. This one's more of like a sticky marshmallow. This one is more like a candy head. Like, I can't really explain it. Like I said, but if you get the starter kit from Queen, from Walmart, I believe it comes with a stamper. And so you kind of, this is the part where I said there are a lot of different factors that could go into it. You got to find the stamper that is right for you. Now, I am in a lot of Facebook groups, and a lot of people will talk about priming their stamper. I'm not going to talk about priming your stamper today, and the reason for that is because I've never had to do it. The stampers that I have all worked straight out of the package, and I'm so thankful because I probably would have cried if I had to prime it. But I know if you are interested in stamping, there are a ton of Facebook groups, and the ladies are so amazing, and gentlemen are so amazing in regards to answering questions and kind of getting you started if you need help with priming. So if you get a stamper and you're like, this isn't picking up anything, then before you give up on the stamper, I would reach out for some help. And if you're not involved in any Facebook groups, you can feel free to reach out to me. And if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody that does know the answer. So this was one of my very first ones. And then I kind of followed up and just got some of these. Again, they do the same thing. It's just different materials. This one is much more like squishy marshmallow, and it like sticks a lot more as opposed to these. They're squishy, but they're not as sticky. And then of course the ever loving clear stamper, which is I think clear stampers are a must, and so I have 3 different ones here. This one, someone actually made for me. This was my very first one, and I really don't know what this part is, but I just love it because it's like glittery and holographic, and it's really really pretty. And so she had included 2 of the clear stamping heads. Again, much like this one, but as you can see, the obvious difference in this one actually has a little crack in it because that's how old it is, but I love it, so I won't get rid of it, is that you can see through it. So so the reason that everyone loves the clear jelly is because when you stamp and you go to put it on your finger, you can put it exactly where you want it. So if you want that flower off to the side, you can see it and not have to kind of blindly go in and place your image, and we're going to get into that as well. So again, you can get these off of eBay, Amazon. You can get them at different stockists, and if you are part of the indie world, you can. Most of the makers, I won't say most of the makers, but a lot of makers even offer their own version of a clear stamper. This one, I completely messed up. Tip number 1 with the clear: don't let it touch acetone because it's going to do this foggy little mess thing here, and it messes it all up. So this was one that I bought off of eBay or Amazon. I can't remember. I think it kind of came in as a set. And this one I got from Bliss-Kiss. Same thing happened with this one. It actually had like a see-through cap that went on it, but it touched the cotton ball and it got all messed up, so I took it off. And I like this one because it is great if you have larger images. And you can, like I said, you can literally see the whole thing. I hope that Jason is able to. Can you get that?
Mm-hmm.
And then up here. So the clear ones are amazing, and I think that they are a must in every arsenal. So, and just like the non-clear, like I want to call them the traditional stampers, they do still have that give and that buoyancy that the non ones do. So it's important that you find the heads that are best for you. If you have more of a C curve in your nail, you're going to want something that's a little bit more forgiving as opposed to like a firm stamper head. So because then that way it'll allow you to press down without messing up the head of your stamper. So again, I think it's very important to definitely have a clear one. Whatever brand is your preference, wherever you want to purchase from is your preference, but I think it's extremely important to have a clear one in your arsenal as well as a traditional stamper or the squishy stampers. And then a lot of times, when you buy a stamper, it will come with a scraper. Now this is what you're going to need to to scrape off excess polish off of the image. So, like I said, when I bought the Bee Loves stamping polish, they included the scraper. When I purchased the Bliss Kiss stamper, they included a scraper. And if they don't, for whatever reason, include one, you can use an old gift card, an old credit card. You just want something plastic. I don't think metal is a great idea because you're 9 times out of 10, depending on your plate, you're going to be scraping it against metal. So you want something that's plastic. And just like everything else, there's different variances. This one is much more flexible. I can't do that with this card. So again, when you're starting to stamp, I know a lot of people will have frustrations or issues. Well, it's not picking up or it's not doing this, and you may have to mix and match. This stamper might be better with this scraper. This plate might be better with this polish, so on and so forth. So there are a lot of different variables, like I said, that you're going to just kind of have to work through. Don't give up on stamping, because once you get it and you've got it, it's a lot of fun. And then, like I said, you can open up your entire, what you thought was a bomb manicure. You'll look back on it and say, if I could just have maybe added a stamping, or you got a great polish, an amazing color polish, and then you stamp on it, and it literally will elevate it to the next level. I looked at recently, if you're on Facebook or you have Time Hop, it'll pop up on your, on this day. And I looked at some of the manicures that I did 2 years ago, and my stamping, I was like, oh, that was terrible. But now I'm like, oh my, I have come a long way, and like I said, that was 2 years ago. So, like I said, don't give up on your stamping. So I think that, the other thing that I highly recommend is a lint roller. I know a lot of people will use tape, and that's fine. I just find that lint rollers are cheap. I buy these at the dollar store. And what you're going to need the lint roller for is, so once you have all the nail polish all over your stamper, this is what you clean up with. This is how you will get that excess polish off of your stamper so that you can go on to the next stamp in the next image. So this is a great tool to have, as well as I have a cotton claw. I got this from Sally's. From what I hear, they don't make them anymore. But I know a lot of people will use like the strawberry stem pickers that you can get at Walmart. Different stockists, what is the name of the stockist that has the cotton, their own version of a cotton claw? I know Born Pretty has one. I know you can get these off of eBay and Amazon. Lantern and Wren has, I believe, one. Don't quote me on that, but I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you need help trying to locate something, let me know, and I can try to find something to help you. And what this does is, it's when you push the back end of it, it's going to open up the claw, and then you can grab your cotton ball, and then this is what you can use to clean up your plate. So you'll get your acetone, and I love these little pump bottles. So if you don't have one, I got this at Walmart to hold my acetone, and so you'll pump it onto your cotton ball, and then you can clean off the plate, and this way your hands are never touching the cotton, so you don't get all the cotton messies all over it, and then you don't have to worry about messing up your manicure. So that's important as well. So a few different other tools that you would use. And again, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to ask Jason to shift downward to the plate. But before I do that, are there any questions, comments, concerns?
No questions. Everyone's just saying hello. And that's it.
That's it. Okay. So, all right. So can you flip it down? Because I want to be able to get the plate.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. YouTube's not happen.
Hold on, YouTube. We're coming back. I think you should just be able to do it like this. I thought you could.
Can I do it?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was trying to take over, y'all. I gotta let him do it. That's just who I am. Let me help you. Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. Okay.
Are we good here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll wait so you can get Instagram back up, or not Instagram.
Yvette said she's dizzy.
Who said that?
Yvette.
Don't blame me, Yvette. Blame Jason. All right. So again, we're gonna use this Super Plaka G from Apipula. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably like butchering the entire name, but I love this plate. I don't know why. I love these swirlies. I just did a manicure with this one. I love this image right here. Like I just really like this plate, so I just picked out this one. And I already had some nail pops. These are just some that were previously painted, and I just pulled them out. So we're gonna stamp over top of these, and so I can show you guys exactly what I was talking about. So we're gonna start with the Mundo de Uñas. Actually, you know what? Let's start with the Sally Hansen, and we're gonna use Sorellin, which is the 507, and I'm gonna use this image right here and to stamp over this yellow. So I took the polish and I'm going to, so I gotta scrape it my way. Sorry. So I personally cover the entire image with the polish. I know some people will just do a thin layer at the top, but again, these are one of those things that you kind of feel your way through to find out whatever's comfortable for you. I have my scraper, and at about a 45-degree angle, I just scrape across the image just like that. And I hope I'm not moving too slowly. Take my stamper, pick it up, and then I'm going to put my nail right on top. And then that's, okay, so I did the pickup and then the transfer. So hopefully you guys can all see that. So a successful pickup will have majority of your nail covered, and then where the nail was, that will be removed. And then this, remember, if you remember what I was saying in regards to cleaning up that excess polish, that's where the lint roller comes in, and you're gonna just take it off just like that. So this is the fun part, and so here is our first nail that we stamped, and then so here's your scraper, and then you've got that extra wet polish down at the bottom of your scraper here. Most hobbyists that I talk to will always have a roll of paper towels nearby, and so you just take your scraper and wipe it off. I should have probably cleaned this off. This got some other polish on it, but you get the idea. So now I'm going to take, and again, this is with the Sally Hansen. I think these are, I don't think these are any more than $5. Got these at Target. These are the Sally Hansen Crayola Insta-Dry polishes. And so now I'm going to use Purple Heart by number 513, and I'm going to stamp it over like this minty teal color, and I'm going to use, I'm going to use this image right here. I guess it really doesn't matter. So again, I like to cover the whole image with just a little bit of polish. Just like that. Scrape once. And then I'm still using this stamper just for giggles. And then there's your image. Now I probably messed up here and didn't have it firmly placed. But again, you get the idea, and as you stamp, you'll kind of get a feel for it. Now, I will say, once you start getting used to it, you'll notice, or when you first start out, you'll notice that different polishes, you got to work a little bit more quickly. And so again, that's one of those variables that I was trying to explain. You gotta work quickly, but not to the point where you're gonna mess up. I would definitely recommend doing one nail at a time. you know, having your items laid out, lined up in front of you, and not having to reach for different things. Because once you put that polish on there, that's kind of when the clock starts, and you don't want to wait 5 minutes in between, or even probably more than like 15 seconds if you can, from the time you put the polish down to the time that you're actually picking it up. So again, that's very important. So now I'm gonna move on to the Glisten and Glow. Again, this is an indie brand, but I do love the polish, and I use them for stamping. And I am going to use Snorkel in St. Thomas. And I am going to use this image right here. And I don't know why I put out blues and purples. I just did. There was no rhyme or reason. And I probably should have shaken that a little bit. And I'm just switching back and forth. So remember when I was saying that different polishes will have different opacity. So this one is a little lighter. So then you'll get, you know, so once you stamp it, you'll kind of get the idea of, oh, I need to stamp this color on a lighter color. I probably would not use this over a black or, you know, some sort of dark blue, but over a lighter color like these greens, oranges, yellows, I would definitely probably keep these sorts of polish, but it picks up very well. And like I said, if you already own some of the Glisten and Glows, if you already own these polishes, try them out on your stamping. So then that's the Glisten and Glow. Again, I have that excess polish, so I'm going to do is just clean it off on my lint brush.
We have a question.
Oh, okay, we have a question, yes?
Have you ever tried to stamp with Funky Fingers Gesso? It is a highly received white polish that I just cannot get to pick up with any scraper, stamper, plate combo. It seems to dry super fast or something. Curious if you have tried it.
I have in the very beginning when I first started stamping. I was not I was not aware. I knew of plates. I knew of the stamping plates, but I was not aware of like actual stamping polish. So I was using whatever I could find from the store. I was using the Sally Hansen. I was using. I actually did pick up the Funky Fingers from Five Below, and I came home and I used them on. Gosh, I wish I had it here, and I don't. I wish I had it here, but have you tried it on? Well, you said you tried it on different stampers. Is it too cold, or is the temperature too cool where you're at? Maybe it's one of those ones that you just gotta make sure all your vents are closed. There's no breeze. And maybe it is one of those polishes that just dry way too quickly, and it just won't pick up. I can't remember. I know I don't have it here. I've got a bunch of Funky Fingers, but that's not one of them. But next time I'm at Five Below, I will definitely pick some up. All right, so now I'm going to take this beautiful peach color, and I'm going to stamp over it using S'mores and Sing-Alongs from Glisten and Glow. And I'm just going to use this image right here. This isn't as easy as I thought doing it on camera, so I apologize if I'm out of frame. Look how beautiful that is. And the other great thing that I love about stamping is that when you top coat, it seems like it pops more. I don't know if that sounds weird, if it's a figment of my imagination that I believe that, but I do believe that when you top coat, it just pops out a lot more. So we've done the 2 Glisten and Glows. We've done the 2 Sally Hansen's. We've used our candy stamper. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over, and I am going to now stamp using I'll stamp using the Hit the Bottle polish. And I want this flower here, and I'm going to stamp over pink. I want this flower, and what I want to do is I just want to get a few petals in this, and well, I guess in the lower corner for me, upper corner for you guys. So I'm gonna use the my clear head stamper, and there's actually a brand, Clear Jelly Stamper, who actually makes, you know, these stampers. I hope Jason's getting this.
I have another question.
So I'm gonna look through.
Am I supposed to get in there?
Yeah, you probably couldn't though. Sorry. I'll try that again. I should have probably
Tell me what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna do that one again. But see, I was able to look through. I don't want to say the viewfinder. I was able to. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was able to look through here and place the image right on here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo this one. I'm gonna put the same flower down in this corner, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it. So let's try that again.
What is the name of the plate?
This plate is Super Placa G, and it's by a brand, and I'll spell it. It's APIPILA. So I'm gonna do the same flower, scrape, pick up with my stamper. Oh wait, I lied, sorry. Hold on, Jason.
Thank you.
All right. So again, here's my cotton claw that I was telling you about, and my pump bottle acetone. I'm gonna clean this off a little bit because I was not happy with the way that it picked up. It was kind of spotty, and I think it's because the polish actually started to dry down in the etching of the image. So some images, that's a great, I should have showed you guys, I'm sorry, but that's another great point. Sometimes with some images or polish or plates, you'll have to clean after each scrape. I know some people do that routinely anyway. Some of them you may get away with, just being able to continue stamping over and over and over again and not necessarily have to clean up after each one. So if you stamp once and it comes out perfect and then you go back to put more polish without cleaning up and it doesn't pick up, those lines aren't etched as well, clean up the image and do it again. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this again. Scrape, pick up. There's my image.
Yeah.
And there it is. So I hope you guys can see that. This actually looks really nice. I'm thinking of a Weekend Manny already. I love this. And with this, what you could do as well, you could leave it just like this, top coat, walk away, and it is a gorgeous manicure. You could also take some white acrylic paint or white nail polish and go into the center, right into the center of each of your flowers. You could put some little dots just randomly placed in between. But like I said, or if you have any like little rhinestones, you can put them in the middle of your heart. Like I said, or like I said, leave it just as is, and it will be beautiful. Any of these manicures will be beautiful. And you took what would could just be a plain polish. And you guys know I love creams, that's why the bases are creams. And you stamped over it. And this is the basics of stamping. Just one polish, one image. We're not layering. We're not doing any of that. But like I said, you could go in here. You could do so much more with these images. Even on this one, you could take, if you wanted to fill in those dots, you could take black and go in between. That would be pretty cool. And this would just be enhancing, the stamping image. But like I said, you don't have to do any of that. You could leave it just like this, and it would be amazing. Everyone will walk around and say, "Where'd you get your nails done?" And you're like, "At home, in my kitchen, or my bedroom, or wherever you do your nails." Like I said, just a simple plate, and this one plate. I don't know how many images are on here, but as you can see, it's a pretty healthy plate. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Like I said, the creator has all these little small fine images all over, that you can do a lot of different things with.
What are you stamping with? Ebony says hi.
Hello. Stamping with, as far as polish, so what I stamped with, we could do a quick recap, is these are, this one and this one, I stamped using Hit the Bottle. So, no, I'm sorry. I stamped with Sally Hansen polishes. These are these two. I just stamped, and these are the Crayola Sally Hansen polishes. Easy peasy, no work. They're very opaque. They pick up very well. And then these two. Oh, and the stampers I used were my two candy head stampers. I used these here to do the first two. Actually, do the first four. This one and this one I did using Glisten and Glow. Hope you guys can see that. And then this last one I used the Hit the Bottle, and I used my clear stamper. Again, with the same cleanup technique for your other stampers, you're gonna want to use a lint roller or a tape or whatever you have. And the other thing that I like about about these is, like I said, I already said that you can. These also come in the different sizes. So if you had a larger image, you can see the surface. You can pick up more depending on how large your stamper is. You have another question?
Have you ever used juleps?
I have not. I actually gifted all of my juleps before I got into stamping. Those were some of the first polishes that I had, and I did not have an opportunity to stamp with those. So I would think though that I would think the more opaque ones are better for could be used for stamping. So what are we gonna use next? Let's do, I don't know, does that say how long we've been on?
48 minutes.
48 minutes. All right, so let's do another one. And this time we're going to switch brands a little bit, and we're going to go to Born Pretty. And so I'm going to use this blue one. Nope. Yep, we'll use blue. And this is like a metallic. And we're going to stamp over... let's stamp over this blue, like this pretty baby blue cream. And these are, like I said, just some nail pops that I had laying around. And we're going to stamp, let's stamp this image right here. And I want to use my my clear stamper And the reason I want to is I want to try to get this. Can you see that on YouTube or no?
Yeah. That one up in the corner?
This one here?
Yeah.
All right, so what I want to do is I want to get the center of this image. I want to get it as close to the center as possible on this on this nail pop. So again, this is the whole reason that the clear stampers were created, to be able to give these darn magnets. I'm like, what is on the bottom of this? Sorry. To give these magnets I'm sorry, not magnets, to give, when you're doing your nail art, you can put it exactly where you want to without trying to guess too much, just if you're in the center or you have it lined up just the way. Again, I'm using the Born Pretty, and these don't have, mine didn't come with names. This just says 35 at the bottom, but it's a gorgeous, like, royal metallic blue. It's beautiful. I use this a lot as well. And again, when I stamp, I like to cover the entire image. I'm a little bit more, and I scrape. Sorry, I can't talk and do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
This is probably dried now because it took too long. But you can see it. And I'm just going to pick up the stamper. And again, I try to get it as close to the center as possible. Now, as you can see, and this actually brings up another great point, is that if you do keep your nails longer than maybe some of the images that you have, you'll have some free space either at the top or the bottom or the sides, and you can maybe fill that in. Maybe you can get like a fine detail brush and you can extend these lines all the way down to the bottom, or you could leave it like this. You could also take like you could take the same polish that you just stamped with, and you could create like a border around the nail. There's a lot of different things that you could do, and there are a lot of different plates. Like I said, I just pulled this one. My nails are shorter, as you can see now, so this plate isn't necessarily an issue, but from the length of my nails. But if you do keep your nails longer, it might be. So you want to definitely find plates. And a lot of the makers will have the dimensions of the actual image sizes on their site. So that's also something to be mindful of. Not all the images are the same size. These are more like a square. Maybe like a 1x1 maybe, whereas like on this Lena plate, they're a little longer. This might be like a 1.5x1. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not 100% sure. So this is the Lena plate. So that might also be one of the factors that you have to weigh in regards to where you're going to buy from. I would definitely check the dimensions. And if you're buying somewhere like an eBay or an Amazon and they don't, I would go directly to the maker's site and see if they have it on there. That way at least you know what you're getting, even if you're not ordering directly from the maker's site. I hope that makes sense. So again, we talked about cleanup. So we talked about plates. We talked about the polish. We talked about this actual stampers. We talked about scrapers. So now you've got all 10 of your fingers done. You're ready to clean up for the night. You're done. And like I said, you would just take your stamper, roll it onto your lint. So now your stamper's clean, you can put that away, right? So now you got a plate full of polish all over it. This is where, again, your trusty stamp cotton claw, and it doesn't have to be this. You could use whatever you can find that can hold your cotton ball. I love these things. Like I said, I got mine at Walmart. These little pumpers, that way my hands are never touching the acetone. And then you just wipe it right over top to get rid of the polish. Don't mess up now. There we go. So this is, very easy. Again, my fingers are not touching the plate. They're not touching the acetone. It's not touching the cotton ball. Because nobody wants to get cotton fuzzies all in your manicure now that you're done. Because now you're done, you're top coated. Like I said, you're ready to go out. Or whatever you have, that you're doing. If you're like me, you're just going to go sit in the living room and watch TV. But at least your nails are done and they're cute. You're done. So that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, we can, if you like to see a plate. How long did you say it was?
55 minutes now.
Okay, so I probably like another 5 or 10 minutes. If you guys want to see a particular plate, if I have it, I can show you an image. If you want to see a particular polish over a polish, if you have any questions, now would be the time that we can go ahead and get those addressed. I hope that this has helped at least maybe one person. If it helps at least one person, then I'm good with that. Because like I said, I get asked more times than not, did you do that by hand? And I'm like, I wish. So like I said, my main objective was just to get on here and really talk about where you can get these things, because they're not just for swatchers and bloggers. They're not just for people who do their nails. They are for anyone who... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. They're not just for, professionals or anything like that. They're for anyone who loves to do their nails and likes them to look nice and neat and uniformed as much as possible. And like I said, there's so much you can do with this. You can just do an accent nail. You can do all 10. You can use these on your, like these stampers you can use on your toes. So your manicure can match your pedicure. So there's a lot of different things, a lot of different options that you have. Yes.
Ebony says, I haven't been cleaning my plate, so I know which images I have used. I have issues stamping with Manny Moira plates.
Okay, so I don't always clean mine either.
And she said, do you have any tips for picking up those?
For the Moira. Oh, Moira, yes. Yes, Ev, I know all about not cleaning your plates very well, or not cleaning your plates right after. So in here is, I love, as you can see, I don't always clean up.
And I have another question too.
Okay, so a lot of people, once you get started in stamping, right, people will say, well, how do you organize, or how do you keep them? I don't have any way, I don't have a catalog of the different images, but for these size plates, for your Born Pretty store, for your Moyu, for your Moira plates, so if they're this size, I use these like really awesome, and I got these off of Amazon. These like these plastic card holders. I don't know what was supposed to go in here because I think they're too long for baseball cards, but I got these off of Amazon. I think I got like 20 in a pack. And they hold up to 6 plates each. So I got some more shopping to do because I got to fill this up. But and I know Born Pretty has some more stamps. But I love these. I love these. I love these. So if you need a way to house your plates, this is a great option. If your plates are bigger or larger, like the if you have Uber Chic plates, if you have Lena plates, I have yet to do this. I bought this and I keep forgetting to do it. This is a photo album I bought at the dollar store. And again, you can just slide your plates in it, just like that. This is what I had planned to do, but I wanted to like alphabetize them or put them in order or something like that. So this is just in regards to storage. So I just thought I'd show you that because I was going to pull out my Moira plates. So, and those are in the back. So I'm just going to pick a random plate.
She said, do you have any tips on picking up those?
It may be, these are not, as etched as deeply. You may have maybe your I would try scraping in different directions. And this is with any time that you might be having a hard time picking up from a plate. I would definitely, before you get started, wipe off your plate with acetone. So I would get a fresh piece of cotton. Um,
She said no Manny, just Mora, especially any of the fine details they just never pick up.
okay. So we're gonna let's try one really quick.
And I have another question.
Okay. So I'm gonna try these music notes right here, and it could be the polish. So let's try it with try it with the Crayola ones. And I am going to try to pick up, and I'm just going to pick up on the stamper. We'll pick up on the stamper, and let's transfer to. I know I'm probably going to need a lighter color, so we're going to try to transfer to this this purple nail. And again, maybe if you don't cover the entire image, maybe try that. Maybe try scraping at an angle. Make sure you're only scraping once. So there's my pickup, and I'm going to stamp. What scares me about these Sally Hansen ones is that they're insta-dry. So I'm like, they're going to dry so quickly. Now this was like the lines obviously weren't straight, but it seemed like it picked up the fine lines well in the music notes. So I would definitely say if you're having trouble picking up anything with the fine lines or the more detailed images, I would definitely say try only scraping once and scraping in as opposed to just going like top to bottom, maybe scrape to the side. Because that's what I did. I scraped to the side, and then it also could be your stamper. Maybe your stamper, excuse me, not your stamper, but your scraper is too firm. Maybe you need to use something a little bit more forgiving. It could be. Those are the things I could think of off the top of my head. But I would maybe try to give those a try, and it could just be the polish, or it could just be that particular plate. Maybe I know that I've actually had a friend. We've had a conversation. We have the same exact plate. We were going to do twin. We were going to do twin nails, and her plate, the image would not pick up, and her plate just was not etched as deeply as mine. So maybe that it is the plate, but I would definitely give maybe changing one of the variables out. So maybe trying a different scraper. If it's not the scraper, then maybe try a different stamping head. Make sure the plate is completely clean. Maybe try a different brand of polish, and see if any of those things might help.
Yeah, she said I was using one of their world plates that had a map and famous places. I tried different polishes and different stampers, but I don't have the fab ear nails.
Yeah, I love this. I love these. These are my tried and true. I bought a bunch of just the heads. And like I said, I mean, the holder is great. I didn't like it so much when my nails were longer because it was harder for me to grip. So I went to this one, but I was still using the same head. So I love these sticky ones. I really, really do. I will say, for me, some of these finer images, I have a hard time picking up with the clear head, so I have to use this one. So yeah, I would definitely give a different brand of stamping head a try.
Have you used the full stamping polish?
Full stamping polish?
Foil.
I have not. I'm gonna practice with those, and so foil. Foil is coming. I want to do a foil video. I also want to do. Sorry, we're raising up now. Sorry, YouTube. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I was going to put my hand in something. So I have not tried foil yet. I foil, but not like foil stamping. So I just wanted to clear that up. So I have not tried that yet. But I will. That is more to come on that. I definitely want to do a video on water marbling. I've done them before on water marbling, but I'm gonna do another one. Also, I want to do a video on a live video on reverse stamping and then double or layer stamping. So more videos are to come. This one, like I said, I just wanted to get through the basics and really talk about what the plate is and where can I get them and things like that. So, and go through different brands because, like I said, there are a lot of different brands, and it's just about mix and matching what works with what. Just like you have a lot of different brands of clothes or materials of clothes, you got to know what goes with what. So, but in all of that, it's a lot of fun trying different things. But I would definitely like I said, if you're buying your items maybe from, like I said, the Sally Hansen's out of like your drugstores and things like that, Target or what have you, your big box stores, and you're having a hard time, don't give up. It might be just something that you, I hate to say indies do it better, but I really do love my indies, and so it might be something that you just, like I said, if you can, go that route. And then also, if you guys are, if you're not, even if you're not in any single nail group, but you are maybe looking to getting into stamping, I would also recommend a D-Stash page. A lot of people will say, I've used this plate 792 times now, and I'm done. I can't do any more with this plate. So they will destash it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the plate. The etching is still amazing. You can still use it, but they'll just destash it and they will reduce the actual cost of it. So if you're not maybe comfortable with ordering off of the site because you don't know how the plates work, or you're just getting into stamping or something like that, I would also recommend a D-Stash. A D-Stash you can find great things in a D-Stash. So this plate, Moira, I got this one in a group buy as well. Group buys are also a great way to go. If you were joining in the latter part of the video, in the beginning I was talking about group buys. They're a great way to go in with a bunch of people to get discounts either on your actual order and or shipping. So especially if they are being ordered from a different country. So that's a great way to get into different things. Like I said, a D-Stash, group buys. And if you have a good nail friend, which I did in the very beginning, she would use it and then she would pass it on to me, be like, okay, I'm done here. And so maybe you guys can do like like just trading. A lot of people will do that as well, and then or a swap or something like that. So I would definitely get I don't want to say a mentor, but I would get a really good nail buddy, and you guys can just kind of go through it together. Maybe it's your sister, or maybe it's your mom, or maybe it's your aunt, and you guys can just kind of go through the journey together as you get into stamping. One will buy the plate, one will buy the polish, and do it that way. But like I said, also a great way to buy your stamping products excuse me, are through the stockist. I have ordered through What's Up Nails. They are phenomenal. I have ordered through Beautometry. They are phenomenal. A lot of great stuff. So you can get your plates and your stamping polish and your stampers all in one place. So that is a great option as well, as opposed to going to this place to get your plate, this place to get your polish, this place to get your stamper. So I would definitely check out stockists for that. And like I said, Beautometry and What's Up Nails are a great resource for that. Are there any other questions? Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
Oh. So again, I hope I was able to help one person. This was really for those who might have never stamped before or just getting into stamping. I wanted to just kind of walk you through what is this and where can I get it and how do I use it. Once you get into it, don't get frustrated with it. Please don't get frustrated with it. Make sure that you are just trying different things and changing out different variables, whether it is the plate, whether it is the polish, whether it is the stamper, because not all the time are all those things going to work cohesively together. You would think that they would, but that's not always the case. So just like you starting out with anything, just keep at it. You will get it. It's not impossible. You just have to find the right items. And like I said, that's why for me, these are my tried and true, and I love them. They're again, I got this from Fabio Nails. This is a can. These are candy heads. The heads, and then this I believe came from Bundle Monster. Bundle Monster is another great resource. They have their own line of plates. So Bundle Monster, and I believe they're in Hawaii, but I know that they ship to the U.S. And you might even I'm trying to think. BundleMonster.com, or you can just Google Bundle Monster, and the website should pop up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else because I am gonna get ready to wrap this up. If there are no additional comments or questions, but like I said, if I can be of any help with anything, like I said, trying to find a great group to maybe just start in. The ladies are wonderful, and trust me when I tell you, there every day there's a new member to a group who is saying, "How do I get started? Where do I go? How did you do this?" Or and the ones, I guess the veterans, if you will, that have been in the group and have been stamping for years, they have always been an amazing resource and very helpful. Even when I started and I had questions, I had no idea what I was doing, but if you stick with it, I guarantee you will find what works for you, and your manicures will go from here because they're already great. They will elevate because, like I said, then you can mix and match different colors and different finishes of polishes. Of course, you guys know that I'm a cream lover, so I stamp with all things cream. But I do also have some metallics. There's holographic stamping polishes that some makers make. There's foil, like some people. There's once you get the basics down of the stamping, how quickly do I need to move? Do I need to scrape left to right? Do I need to fill the entire image in with the polish? Once you get all the basics down, then I think that will just be a platform for you to continue to, like I said, elevate into the layered stamping or the double stamping. Why are you smiling at me?
I'm sorry.
Oh. All right, so I think that's it for me. And Jason, last call for any comments or questions that may have come in.
Just Yvette said practice, practice, practice.
Yes.
BM has a starter kit.
Yes. Good.
Ebony loves group buys.
Yes.
I save a lot of money. I save a lot on that. That's how I got most of my nail at starts, and that's about it.
All right. Like I said, these little nail pop things, I had a ton of them because that's how I was swatching in the beginning. I was swatching my polish, so I had a ton of these. Hold on. So I practice with these very often. Again, eBay, Amazon. But if you don't want to go that route, I would also suggest that you look into some sort of mat. And again, there's a lot of them out there. Some of the brands I know are Twinkle Tea has an amazing mat. That's the one that I use. I know a lot of people will even use like a kitchen mat that they have gotten at like a dollar store or something like that. So depending on how whatever your budget is, I'm sure you can find something. But this Twinkle Tea mat, let me just show you really quick. It's a little stained and dirty, but at you'll get the idea. Hopefully, at the bottom they have like these practice nails. There's the white ones and then the black ones, so that you can practice your stamping right on the mat, and you can just clean up with acetone. So you can practice stamping over like the lighter colors and darker colors, and then on the side here they have like the pastel boxes you can stamp over these, just to kind of practice and work on like color combinations, and you can work on different techniques, and before you actually put it on your nail, because it will happen where you pick up and everything was great and you go to put it down and it doesn't transfer. If you're having issues with transferring, I would also recommend Yellow Stopper. So once you've painted your nails, right, you've got your base color down, and now you're ready to stamp, you could put down a layer of Yellow Stopper, or maybe a layer of some sort of sticky base coat.
Girly Bits is also a good stamping source.
There you go. Girly bits. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I own some polishes. But I don't think I have anything. I don't think I've ever tried stamping. Oh, and that's the other great thing about I'm sorry, about stamping is that you buy a polish and you don't think that necessarily, oh, this is for stamping. Try it anyway. You would be amazed what will pick up and what will transfer. And then, like I said, then you got a whole nother look. You may have bought the best amazing red hollow polish, and then you realize, oh, this will stamp and it looks great over black. So now you've got that red holographic polish that not only looks amazing as a regular polish, but it also will stamp. So as you're buying your polish and as you're getting into building up your collection, try it out on a stamp. I'd say just maybe get 1 or 2 plates and practice. Keep practicing. But like I said, if you're having issues with this with transferring, like you pick it up on the stamper, and then you go to put it down, and you're like, it didn't come off. It's still on the stamper. What I would recommend is putting down, after you finish your painting your nails, right? Put down some sort of sticky, tacky base coat. I personally would not recommend like a quick dry top coat. I would recommend more something along like a sticky tacky coat. That way, because it's sticky and because it's tacky, it will act almost as like a glue and adhere that image. Also, if you're having problems with transferring, a lot of people will just go straight down and pick up. That doesn't work for me. I have to do more of a rolling method. Oh, sorry, I forgot we were up here. So I have to start at the top and roll my image down and pick up. So it might be, if you're having troubles with stamping, maybe it is the polish. You might also have to play with how you actually your actual stamping technique. So some people are able just to take the image when it's on the stamper, press it down, and pop it up. I have to roll it. So I start at, for me, what I consider, I guess this is 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I go from 12 to 6 and pick up. Some people will go 3 to 9 or 9 to 3, side to side. Some people will take it and just go all the way around. So again, there's so many different variables, but again, once you get it, you got it. And then it's all about, okay, now I've learned the basics of stamping and I've gotten this plate to work, I've gotten this polish to work, this brand of polish to work. Now now you take it up a notch and you try that reverse stamping. You try you try 2 images, or you try 2 different colors, the same image. So a lot of fun things will come out of stamping, and there's so many images out there. If you can think it, if you can think about it, there's probably an image on a plate for it. There's anything from food to comic book characters. There's different phrases. You can buy a whole plate that just has letters on it. You can make your own Santa Claus. There's so many different things. The possibilities I find, I won't say they're endless, but they're great. The possibilities are tremendous out there when it comes to stamping. So I think those are all my tips that I have. I thank you all for tuning in on spending your Sunday evening with us. I'm going to head off here, but if you have any questions or if I can be of any assistance, please feel free to send me an email, and I'll put my email in the description box, but it's queenofnails83@yahoo.com. Send me an email and we can chat offline. I'd be more than happy to, do what I can as far as helping you if you're having any specific issues. But whatever you do, just don't give up. Keep going. And like I said, once you got it, you got it, and it's a lot of fun. So until next time, everyone, I'm signing out. And thank you all, and have a great night. Bye.